Hey guys, Big Rich here at the Ohio Fish Rescue, and Josh is on his way. So what we're going to do is tackle this today. I cut the foam out to push against that back wall, and I fought with this machine because the silicone was all dried up, so I had to get it all out of the nozzle. But now we've got silicone ready. So what we're going to do is cut this to length for there, and then we're going to go ahead and silicone the back wall, and then silicone in front of it, put this piece on it, silicone the back of it, and then push it against the wall with the foam and leave it set overnight to put it on, in place. And we'll finally be done with this. Stick with us and we'll get this done, and then I'll show you some fish too. Okay, so what we're going to do is, I got this open. I'm going to go ahead and put some silicone against the back, between the background and the glass, to hold it in place. Away. Okay, now that's enough silicone for the wall. What I'm going to do is put this in here. Actually, what I should do is silicone across the front first, and we'll smash it in between there all at once. So let's go ahead and take this piece. Come on over here. We'll do the whole back side of this basically. Oh, that got wet. Silicone don't want to stay clean. Okay. Now let me put a bit of silicone across the front top of this one. I want it to dry. Okay. This out of here. The right-handed is definitely a lot easier. And this would also be a lot easier for someone like Josh to do, that's not blind, missing one eye, and got no depth perception. So, but Josh does enough so that I'm trying to do things that I can get done without having to take up his time. When he comes over, he just does what he has to do and gets out of here. So I try and do the best I can, getting by without him. Problem. Doing this all at once and trying not to get it wet and all that. Oh my God. I can't do this by myself. Put that camera down. I wish I could just reach in there. There's a piece of cut off. Right here. All right, go ahead and show them the other side. Video over there. Okay, so now that that's held in place, I can later add more silicone if I need, if something don't work, but I'm going to let this hold overnight, and we should be okay. And then I can go ahead and fill it up tomorrow. We couldn't fill this up, so we couldn't turn on the FX4, but there's no fish in it right now. So, or FX5, whatever that is. Ouch. But it's finally getting done. And it'll be a nice tank. And we figured out how, since this is on our system, we're going to run a 1/4-inch tube into the top there, put it down inside the overflow until it's underwater, siphon it out and run it to here, and have an overflow on here, a small one, running down to the drain, so that this will be on our system too, and we won't have to do water changes on it. Like right now, we have to do water changes on this tank, and that has all of our extra plants that we took out of the one tank, but it has our huge high-fin banded sharks in here. They're getting big. All of our clown loaches, see the colony of them back there? There's like 30 of them. The big-headed carp, some more high-fin banded sharks, the discus, of course, and I don't know what else is in there. But we have to do water changes on this because it's not where it belongs. And you know where it belongs is right here, and we're ready. We've got a pumping through here extremely fast, and it's overflowing out and going, you know, back down to the sump, which we have to, I don't want it to go to the sump. I want it to go here, so we're going to have to do a little U and bring it up and drop it off into here. And we still have to hook up these pipes to get this wet dry hooked up. But we don't want to cycle these bio balls in here, so we got a fix for that. But anyways, this is the hose that is going in. It's going to, little power head, it's going to come over to this tank, which is that tank right there. And then it'll have an overflow on it right here, and we'll pipe it over and run it back to there too. So anyways, these bio balls are all, there's no bacteria on them. So we would have to cycle this, and we don't want to. Them are coming out of there, and what we're going to do is, see, we run extra filtration around here. And like here, we've got 2 towers full of bio balls. That's full of bio balls with sponges on top as a whole filter. But in here, we run this where it's not needed to run in case we need it for later. So I've got it to use for now. We're going to take all the bio balls out of this filter and put it into that filter into the sump, and instantly have bacteria on them. Now of course it'll still mini cycle and grow the bacteria to what it needs, how much food is there, but This has been running for like the last year on here. It's full of bioballs. We just have a pump down the water, run to the top. It runs through, drips down through the drip tray, and goes over all the bioballs. And ouch, I believe it's shut off right now. Yeah, it's just dripping. So somehow it just got shut off. But anyways, we're going to use these bioballs in there, and I'll have to do that tomorrow when the community service kids are here. We'll go ahead and carry that in there and swap out the bioballs that are in there. And then what we'll do is the dry bioballs we'll put right back into here and have it up and running, and it can cycle on its own into the big pool. So that comes in handy. Let me get back in here. Oh, and watch pretty soon. I don't know if it's going to be the next video or within the next 3 or 4 videos. We're going to have Hubert back in here doing an underwater pool cam, because I have to get in here and fix all these rocks and stuff. So I'm going to take Hubert in with me and let him video for the day too while I'm in there, and kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So that's coming up. God, just letting you know so you can watch for the videos. But then that takes one more problem off our hands. The background's done. It'll be on the system, and boom, that tank's done and taken care of and off our checklist. We cannot move this to here until we have to move this 2500 all the way back and touch the sump to be able to get this 3500 to fit around the corner and in where the 3000 is. So we can't put this fish tank here until that 3000 is out of here. Then this fish tank can go from there to here and be on our system. And we'll have our wide walkway back, and we also have our wide walkway down here, and with all these tanks, and our walkway back here. So we've got one more tank to place here, and this is the 80-gallon tall. It's the size of a 55, just super tall, and then it's got a 40 below it. That used to be against this door right here. So I'll show you where Josh is thinking. I don't know though if it's going to fit, but this is where we're thinking. Over here. Now this filter won't be here, of course, but instead of this wall right here, where we got these pipes coming by and bringing water back from the Bellagio tanks and stuff and going over to the filter, we can bring it up and touch this pipe here and bring it straight up towards in front of this pipe, and it can sit right here against this wall, making this wall look pretty. But the problem is it has to fit between this tank and that pipe and go back like 4 inches, so we won't see it because the tank will end here. So oh no, and we got that stick out there, so the tank will have to go back in about probably 8 inches, and then the end of it will be like right here. So not perfect. I would love to have the whole 4 foot sitting right there to where from there to the sump is the tank there. It would look a lot better. But once we do the addition on the outside, that's going to be the doorway right there going through. So we're going to have problems with the pipes being here and stuff. We're going to have to figure that all out. But who knows? That's later for another day. Let me see here. Let's go ahead and take a look at some fish. The 4400 here. Look at the big old giraffe cat. And there is Schwarzenegger. He's in the dark. Let me get out of the way. There we go. There he goes. And as close as we can figure, he's 26 years old. He's past his life expectancy. So we relate him as an old man walking on a cane or even a walker, and can barely move around. So we don't know how much longer he's going to last. It's going to be a sad day when he goes, because he's been with us for 24 of those 26 years. And look at that big old Giardini. Terashuki cat, ripsaw catfish, Oxydorus Niger cat. All the same names for the same fish. We got, of course, our resident fly river in there. And our black-eared Peroon shark. He's just getting massive. There's our short-bodied Peroon shark. Our chara cats. Everybody asked where that bass went. Well, he went into the 4400. We can't see, and people were picking with them. Look at the marks on the side. But, you know, that's all calmed down. That's as soon as you put them into a tank type thing, you know, there's a pecking order in there. The big tarpon. The new albino arowanas, the 3 of them in there. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3 over there in the back. You got albino, not Peroon, iridescent sharks. Look at the spots on that clownlet. It's awesome. All right. Yeah, of course, the 3000. And we just had a public aquarium come take some fish, but we need to clear out a few more out of here that we're not going to keep. I was hoping the legacy would get done before we got into this, to where we can give them to the legacy, but it's looking like we're going to have to get rid of some of these fish beforehand, because we have to take this tank down and get it out of here and then move the new 3500 in. So, I mean, we've got steps to do, but we've put it off as long as we can. You know, right now we're at a standstill on the tanks. And, wow, look at that. That guy's just amazing. And Brutus, of course, begging for food. There's the iridescent and the Peroons. See, the Peroons have that pointed fin on top, and they keep cruising, where the iridescent don't. Where'd he go? He's got a round fin on top, and he can sit still. The Peroons never stop cruising. They're like sharks. The big albino red tails. Look at his red is all the way up, almost to his side dorsal fin, or side fin. More of the Niger cats. Bunch of alligator gars, red tails. Albino alligator gar. The more you look, the more you find. There's Brutus in this corner. He usually hides this corner, or that corner over there under the plants. He likes that. But that'd be a nice background for the Friday night live stream, wouldn't it? I ought to do that. I made one today of the Bellagio tanks, so we got a new background for there. So we'll see how that works out. But you know, that's about it for this video today. So you know, as always, stay fishy, my friends, and stick with us. We got lots more exciting new stuff coming.